Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Oakland Raiders. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking it in from the 20 as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
To throw on second down. Fields. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone. But those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. It's caught by OBJ. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
I'm coming after you. Check 31, check 31. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
To throw on second down, Fields. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Fields. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll get 34 yards there.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Let's go now.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw. Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Beckham complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. Had the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
17-0 our score after 1.
Let him know.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. And to give this time to the tailback. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Mike spot 9.
To throw on 2nd down. Fields. That's going to be caught. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. As his guys are in for 6, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Browns Browns drive about to get started. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. From the gun, Lawrence. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Throwing to start the drive, Lawrence. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right down the middle. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Fields. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Operating from the gun, Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Check. 51's the mic, boy. 51's the mic.
On 1st and 10, Fields. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Throwing on 1st down, Fields. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Oh, he fakes a spike. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
I hope you brought your lunch, because I'm about to take you to school. Check, Nick. Check. 59. All right, T, let's check. All right.
Back to throw. Fields. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty slick return there, as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, Orbit. Watch the slant. Mike, 55.
A final shot before break. Lawrence. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side of these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defense...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. 66. Pull it. Half. Mike, check. 59. 59.
Looking to throw. Fields. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Second and 3. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 4. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw on second down. Fields. And he rifles one incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, And not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Back to throw. Fields. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check 59. Mike. Zoom. 59. Mike to 59.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
A run for Nick Chubb. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. And again, it's Chubb. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Go, 90, Wolf. Just like that. Just like that.
Chubb. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And a short gain down to about the 33. He was brought down by Malik Collins.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the 1st. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. It's caught. Beckham. 11 yards there. 1st down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
54, right there, 54 miles. You better bring it. You better bring it.
A give running right is Chubb. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They go play action here on 1st down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Even, 4 down, even.
On 3rd down, Fields. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
One set. What tight end? 4 down. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down, Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Off.
On 1st down, Fields. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw. Fields. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
A gain on the play.
Let's go.
And the Raiders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Fields. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Everyone, you got full front.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
We got 4.
To throw on third down. Fields is pass caught with the 4. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Back to throw. Fields, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game set there.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line. Tonight's final score.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Cleveland, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew.